The hubs and I have a hobby that we like to do together. That hobby is photography. I've always enjoyed taking pictures ever since I had a camera in my hand. I remember my grandmother gave me my first camera and she told me that I should take pictures of people for memories. Okay, that's a really good idea. So I would take all the pictures and we'd go and develop them. Yes, this was back when we had, 110 and 35 millimeter film. After we would get them developed, we'd look through the pictures. 99% of the pictures were of nature and not of people. So I made my memories in a different way. And it's still true to this day. I still love taking pictures of nature. Not that I don't like taking pictures of people, but it's the nature that I have fallen in love with on the other side of the camera. So there was one night that my husband and I went for a walk. And on this walk, I saw this beautiful alcove. There was lots of grass and weeds, and then behind it, I could see through it, and it was amazing as to what I saw. And I'm like, oh, I want to capture this on film because I want this in my digital memories. Because now, forget the film, we have SD cards. The other day, my husband and I were on a walk. And as we were walking, we came across this alcove. And the trees went deep into this area. Open and free on the outside, the trees lined the inside. It was beautiful. I could see past the grass, past the weeds, past the branches to the shadows of the alcove. I could see into the maze of beauty. So I wanted a reminder of what I currently saw, and I wanted to share this beauty with others. So I raised my camera and prepared to add it to my permanent memories in digital form. The problem? My camera couldn't see past the grass and the weeds. It wouldn't focus on the depths of the alcove, only on what was immediately visible. I began to realize my eyes were like how God sees us, and the camera was like how we see each other. God looks past our weeds, past our sins. He can see past it and can look into our hearts. He can see the beauty within us. God says in 1 Samuel 16, verse 7, "Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For God sees not as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." But as my camera could not see past the weeds, we as humans cannot or choose not to look past the sins of others. We choose not to look past what God has already forgiven. We choose not to see the beauty within. We cannot see the heart of others, but we need to see as Jesus sees. We need to forgive as Jesus forgives. Then we can see past all the hurts, all the habits, all the past sins. We don't need a digital reminder of our sins, because when God forgives us, He throws our sins into the depths of the sea. We need to choose what we see. I saw beauty. I want to see that beauty in others, just like God sees beauty in me. But this is only possible by God's amazing grace. Today's hand lettering is found in 1 Samuel 16:7. Now, I didn't do the whole verse, I only did, but the Lord looks at the heart. And I used quite a few different pens today. Used black Sharpie, and in the lettering I used these 4 different colors, and I used a blending technique by using a blending tool. And so those are the colors I used. Once I was done, I then went over with a thicker black marker. And then in my art part, I used these 4 colors, and so that's what I did today. Now you actually get a sneak peek at the look of the actual finished product because I did it first. So this is what it's going to look like. You'll see the actual process of how I blended the colors together and actually did the art part. And I drew this out beforehand because it's a different technique that I used, and I wanted to make sure I did it correctly. And so that's what I did. Hopefully you enjoyed the process. Here we go.